Now, what do we mean by working capital needs over here for Kirana shop? We'll not get into the technicalities of what is this or what is that, or any formula of working capital. Let's understand in a very simple way. When you enter into a Kirana shop, what do you see? You see a lot of products available there. So for a Kirana shop, one thing which is very, very, very important is to have all their inventories or products laid out before their customers, right? So that is the most important part for a Kirana shop. Second, they need to have a variety of schemes, or maybe a credit system wherein there are few customers, maybe bulk customer or some special customer, who would not want to pay every day or any time when they come and purchase. Because they purchase in bulk, they look for a better solution or a better credit terms, where they say that we will pay every week or every Sunday or maybe every month. So if you go and look at any Kirana shop near your home, you will find they will have a white register where they keep on writing the overdue amount of so many of their customers, right? So one was the inventory, which I talked about. The other one was giving credit to their customers. And third is they do not have enough bargaining power with their suppliers. Because try to understand this thing. You are a very small Kirana shop and your supplier is supplying to so many Kirana shops like yours. So what kind of edge do you have? None. Almost none. So obviously the bargaining power is more with the supplier or with you rather than with you, right? Because the bargaining power is with the supplier, he will always push more and more products to you, irrespective of whether you can sell them or not, or whether your customer needs it or not. So these are some of the few points which actually puts a lot of pressure on the working capital of a Kirana shop, right? Low bargaining power against suppliers, low switching cost for customers. Now, low switching cost for customers, you don't have any edge or any brand by opening a Kirana shop. If I own a Kirana shop and I don't offer better credit terms or better products to my customers will not even think for a moment before shifting to the another Kirana shop, right? So that is also a problem for a Kirana shop owner, right? Rising demands of customers, we have already discussed, and high inventory. That leads to them dependent on loan from either suppliers or market. So when you if you are, just try to put yourself in the shoes of a Kirana shop owner. If you are taking goods from a supplier and you are also taking loan from him, just try to understand what kind of dependency you are having on your supplier. You are also taking goods from them and you are also taking loan. So don't you think your supplier will try to take some advantage of you, either through higher prices or through higher interest rate on loan, or through pushing more and more products to your shop, which you find hard to sell, right? So that is how a Kirana shop has a problem with working capital. And you talk to any Kirana shop near your locality, they will talk about this problem day in and day out, right? But now we'll talk about the biggest Kirana shop in the world. And we will see that shop doesn't have these kind of problems. Let's see how. So we are talking about Amazon over here. And why we call it the world's biggest Kirana shop? Because just like we buy anything from our Kirana shop, we buy anything from Amazon these days, right? And in fact, Amazon offers you a far more breadth of categories which a kirana shop cannot offer you, or your local kirana shop cannot offer you, right? But interestingly, Amazon doesn't face this working capital issue. Rather, they have a good thing over here. Just look at the cash conversion cycle in days compared to Walmart, Costco. So these are during the early days between 2004 and 2013, when Amazon was predominantly a bookstore, an online bookstore. They didn't have too many things on the inventory list, right? Even then, just look at the cash conversion cycle. When you see a Walmart blue line, which shows around 15 days conversion cycle, means after selling the good, they take 15 days to receive the cash. So as in the time between getting the goods in their shop and shipping to their customers and getting the money, it all requires only 20 days in case of Walmart. But in case of Amazon, it is negative. Why it is negative? Because they get a lot of time from their suppliers to make the payment. And all the payment which Amazon does is either through online, which is instantly you are getting the money from your customer, or you have a 7 days scheme wherein once you as in not a 7 day scheme, but a scheme where you pay when you get the delivery, right? And that is how, even though Amazon during those days was not profitable, if you would have looked at the earnings, look at the net income. Over here you can see the net income is so minuscule. But look at the operating cash flow. This blue line is the operating cash flow. Just look at it. And why it is rising all the time? The only reason for that is net working capital.